Hello and welcome to an 8th Circuit video. I'm here with Sam, who is the Esports Commissioner for S2 Games. And Sam, can you tell me how you got started at S2 Games?
Absolutely. I first got started at S2 Games about 4 or 5 months ago. I started off as a professional player in Heroes of Newerth. I competed in Defense of the Ancients as well back in the day. And I applied to work at S2 Games, and they knew me as a professional player, and so I got the job, and I worked really hard, and within a couple of months I actually ended up being promoted to the Commissioner of Esports. The best thing about my job is that in my position, you know, coming from a professional player background, is that the guys that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, the competitors, the sponsors, even the tournament organizers, like I already worked with all of them as a player. And so I have a more personal relationship with these guys, and it really allows me to do my job really well. I actually don't think that in all of esports there's an esports commissioner or director or manager that actually has a background in competitive gaming, and so I think that it gives me a little bit of an edge.
So you organize DreamHaun here, right?
Yes.
Can you give us a little bit of details about DreamHaun, like the teams who competed here, how they were chosen to be invited, things like that?
DreamHaun started back in DreamHack actually of this summer. That was our first DreamHaun event. We've been at DreamHack for 5 times now, actually. We've been here for 5 separate times. And we recently started the DreamHaun brand as a, you know, it's the ultimate dream of a player to go to DreamHack, to compete in the Dream Arena, and to hold that big check on the stage. As for qualifiers and how these teams got qualified, we held a DreamHaun Online Summer Championship. It was a $40,000 tournament, and Complexity Gaming ended up taking that, so they earned their spot. Right afterwards, we had a redemption tournament, so it was kind of a, you know, okay, you didn't qualify this time, but here's your second chance. That's when we got Trademark Esports to qualify. And then from North America and Europe, we had 3 more qualifiers, and we got TT Esports, Q Squad, and then TT Sports, Q Squad, and Gary Johnson 2012. And then we also had 5 teams from the international scene as well. We had a team from Thailand, we had a team from Singapore, we had 2 teams from Brazil, and we had a team from Russia. And so DreamHaun is more about celebrating Han players in a global scale. Not only are the people competing for that first place to hold that check on the stage, but they're also competing to represent their region, to make their region proud, to show that, you know, hey, Brazil is the best in the world. You know, Singapore is the best in the world. It gives an opportunity for teams to represent more than themselves, and I think people really like that. A lot of our players, you know, bring their flags out and they wear it on the stage as capes because they're proud of what they represent and who they are. And I think that's one of the coolest things about DreamHaun.
You just said you were a professional Han player, gamer. In your opinion, why did you choose Han over like the other MOBAs like League of Legends or Dota 2?
When I first started playing Han, it was right in beta. You know, I was an avid Dota player. I loved Dota more than anything. And when Han came out, I actually was a little hesitant at first. I was like, okay, it's a little bit different, but it seems a little bit strange. I started playing more and more, and I fell in love with the graphics. I really liked the high definition, the flashy graphics, and how detailed everything was compared to Dota. And then after, you know, eventually I kept playing. I really liked how fast paced it was, how quick everything happens, and I think that the skill gap is much higher. You have to have the most insane reflexes, and you really have to have like perfect micro to be a top player in Han. And I think that's what got me involved initially.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
I'd like to just say that this DreamHack for us is by far the best that we've ever had. Our booth is the biggest that we've ever had. Our stage is constantly full. You were just over there. I mean, everybody's there cheering. We got signs. Everybody is just so excited for this event. The coolest thing about it is that it is by far the most competitive event we've ever had. The teams are so close in skill that every game is it's crazy. Like, I'm out there as a fan just sweating watching these games because it's so intense. And at this point, anybody could walk away. There's no favored teams anymore. Anybody can win, and that's what's so exciting, is that all these teams are going into it knowing that there is no edge, there is no favorite. You know, when you usually go into a tournament, you think, okay, this is obviously a favorite for this guy to win. That's not the case anymore.
One question that I forgot. Can you say what next tournament you guys will be at?
Our next tournament's actually going to be the Han Tour Finals. We just announced our new competitive circuit. It's called Han Tour. And what it does is it's really a grassroots movement for amateur competitive play. We're giving out $330,000 spread out over 150 teams every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, 150 teams are getting paychecks, and this goes from, we have separate leagues, bronze, silver, gold, and diamond. And the bronze leagues are all amateur players. You can't play it unless you're, you know, a pretty amateur guy. And you move up and down the ranks depending on your performance in the tournament. And so what we really did is isolate the different skill groups, but give them an opportunity to move up and down, yet still offer a large prize pool. Our bronze league, so our average players, they can make $26,000 over the next 4 months. That's more than any company has ever given any amateur players. And it's spectacular. And so in April, we have our Han Tour Grand Finals. It's going to be a LAN event with the top 4 teams. As of right now, we have over 2,000 teams signed up, ready to play. And our first event starts on Friday. You'll find out in December, unfortunately. That I cannot say.
So that's it for now. See you guys next time.